Okay, hi, it's Joe from the future here. Just a heads up, the next two episodes are going to be kind of lacking the game audio a bit. I may have accidentally muted my recording software, and not realised until after I'd recorded two whole episodes of this shit. I've slapped the game soundtrack on, so it's not quite so eerily quiet, but unfortunately you won't be hearing like character voices or sound effects or anything for the next two episodes. Real sorry about that. Otherwise, enjoy, I guess. Welcome back to the living hell that is Pathologic. We are not going to go and try and follow Sticky's wondrous murder ghost. Instead, we're going to try and get on with the more pressing issues of the day, I think. If anything happens with the wondrous murder ghost, then maybe we'll continue to investigate that direction, but as of right now, there doesn't really seem to be a great deal of purpose to doing so. As I say, more pressing matters to deal with. Most notably right now, getting the hell out of Stinky Zone, because Stinky Zone is causing my life misery. There is misery afoot, and I'd rather not be present in it for any longer than is strictly necessary. So, who are we stopping by? We've done these people. We want to go see Yulia and Lara. We still have to go back to Vlad the Younger as well, I believe. Talk about the fire starters, the twisted fire starters. And we also need to investigate, that was it, we need to investigate the blood samples we just took from Aspati and Anna, which means we need to get to our good friend, shit, what's his name? Ruben? Is it Ruben? That doesn't sound right. The very tall man. We need to get to the house of the very tall man. That's the important thing right now. How have I forgotten his name? Is it Ruben? Ruben, like, feels right, but it also feels like it's too much of a modern Western name for someone in this game, you know what I mean? Why? Why are you so shit? I get the feeling there's going to be a big puffy ghost cloud in the way here, but I'm just going to try and navigate around it. Okay. Oh, fuck. You got him. Well done, bud. You did it. I was going to try and come help, but seems like you had it completely under control from the get-go. This, however, does not look completely under control, so we'll do a quick save. So I accidentally released a video slightly too early yesterday. Oh, game minimized. Fucking hell. I'm trying to tell a story here. I'm trying to have a fight and tell a story, and that's not helping, honestly. Pathologic, not helping even the tiniest little bit. I recorded a few videos in advance yesterday, and I uploaded all of them and scheduled them for releases at midday for the next sort of 3 days. However, silly me apparently can't tell the difference between 12 AM and 12 PM. So at midnight last night, the video that was meant to be releasing at midday today got popped up on YouTube, which, you know, I guess it's not the end of the world, but I just thought it was funny that I'm just a very silly fella. It's innately confusing, the AM PM thing, when it comes to 12 though, in my defense, because it goes 11 PM, 12 AM, right? 12 AM, it should be the other way around, is what I'm saying, right? It should go 11 PM, 12 PM, 1 AM, right? But it doesn't. It's flipped. It's stupid. It's stupid and I hate it. Anyway. Ruben, yeah, I was right. I'm dumb. So true. And so my life has come to an end. What do you mean? Nothing apart from what I'm saying. Any crime warrants punishment, and what I did was a crime regardless of how good intentions I may have had. Here, take the vaccine. I'm gonna go see Georgie. That's suicide. I did what had to be done, and I won't spend the rest of my days trying to not look the Canes in the eye. Come on, take it. I want you to have my treasures. I won't need them anymore. Alright, give me the vaccine and go. I'll make sure to put in a good word for you. Stupid fucker. Hey, another lens. I'm collecting them. We wanted to investigate... We don't have Anna's blood. Well, there's Aspity's blood. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but we looked at it. We don't have Anna. We're gonna have to go back and get blood off Anna. Apparently my inventory was full. I hope I can still get it. I hope that hasn't just bugged the quest out. Fucking hell, man. I might have to save scum this one as well. It might be better to just load where I was and drive by Anna on the way here, because I pretty much walked past her house anyway. Like, it's just a waste of time at this point to do otherwise. Yeah, we'll load. Oh, actually, we can't load because I saved over my file. That was a smart move, wasn't it, Joe? That was a big brain play, if I ever saw one. Alright, we'll walk back through the stinky zone again then. Never mind, these things happen. Sometimes you get the blood, and sometimes the blood gets lost in translation. Yeah, that's definitely what I intended to say there. We'll commit to it. We'll commit to it for sure. So... Guy's looking a bit green. Don't think that's normal, is it? In my experience. Probably fine. Probably nothing to be concerned about. Let's not over-dramatize the situation, you know? Sometimes the sky's just green. Sometimes that's just the way things are. God, it's all a bit shit, innit? I know I've just sort of been driving this point home pretty harshly recently, but day 6, they've really poured out the big guns. They really have. Things were slowly, steadily ramping up throughout days 1 to 5, and then day 6 has hit, and it's like, by the way, fuck you. Fuck you, basically, is all I want to say to you. Big old... hey, there's a big bag of blood on the floor. Just a sack of her blood on the floor. No, I haven't. I'm just going to trade your blood for 4 bottles of empty water. It seems like a decent trade, right? Just drop 4 empty Evian containers just on the floor next to her. Pure filtered spring water, that is. Or it would be if there was anything in it. Right, back to Ruben then. We got the thingy. The vaccine. We'll pretend I didn't just have a stroke there and completely forget what the word vaccine was. I got the vaccine. So I don't know. Am I meant to be doing something with that? I could bring it to the Canes, I guess. Show them the vaccine, be like, look at this. This is cool. Maybe you should let Ruben not die. Or I could just use it on myself and become immune to the disease. Is that how that works? Probably isn't, is it? I bet I can use it to boost my immunity. Maintains 1 immunity in infected districts for 4 hours, okay. It's not super good then. I mean, it keeps my immunity from dropping while I'm in stinky zones, but I feel like it's going to be more useful as a quest item than as something to consume. And he's gone, look at that. Just like that, he vanished. Alright. Anna's blood. Looks largely the same, honestly. So either they're both infected or neither of them are. What does this mean? I guess what this means is we return to Big Vlad, right? We return to Big Vlad with the information that we have on the blood samples. We still need to go speak to Little Vlad, we need to speak to Yulia, we need to speak to Lara. We probably need to speak to the Canes, just to sort of put in a good word for Ruben. There's a lot to do, but we've got plenty of time. Still quite early, I think. I've not checked the time, but too busy to stop and actually check it, though. What would have been a really cool feature in this game is just to have a watch. Just have a watch on your wrist that you can just like press a button to just bring up your arm and just see the time at any time without having to open a menu or whatever. It would be like one of those weird, like almost pointless interactions that that this game is sort of famous for. You know what I mean? Do you know that arsonists are planning to attack the Termitary? Let them plan. I hope they'll do without me wishing them good luck. Think you want to stop them? Even if they had catapults, they wouldn't be able to damage these walls. The Termitary can withstand straight-line artillery bombardment. What if they get inside? Then they'll regret it bitterly. For goodness sake, why don't you go back to looking for the carrier, Doctor? If we figure out who the bitch is tomorrow, you will leave the town a winner, and the Inquisitor will take the townsfolk's lives into his skilled hands, including the lives of the Termitary's inhabitants. What you're saying is you're planning to do exactly nothing, am I correct? I won't move a finger. And what could I possibly undertake? All my servants, mercenaries and household members who still have the courage and the strength to meddle with these sort of affairs, well, some of them are dead, others have joined the bandits. Bandits? This is new. My household is not the only source of those. The Canes fellows have started a gang too. They're mugging marauders. Despair is making everyone grab their knife and fighting each other already. Is that so? Is that so? What did that have to say? I've got the quest from Sticky. What's happened to the family? They're trying to cover it up. The younger acts as if he's ashamed. The older fails to convince me of his ignorance. Apparently, I will have to take care of the hunchback myself. Alright. I mean, I know where the hunchback lives. We could pop over to his house, but I don't think he's going to be there. I think he's busy taking to the streets, right? Let's go see Yulia and Lara then. I mean, at least we're in a clean district for a while. Worst that we have to worry about around here is the... Guess who spoke too fucking soon? I just shouldn't open my mouth, should I? I just shouldn't speak, ever. Fucking... Jesus Christ. No! No! That's bad and stinky and I hate it. Can I even get through up here? Is there any sort of cut through up here, or is this pipe just going to completely cock block me? Nope, okay, awesome. Dope. I just wanted to get away from all the stank that was happening to me, but I guess 'twas not to be. Put my immunity back up again then, for whatever that's worth. I don't even really, I still don't really understand how immunity works. I think having higher immunity slows the rate of infection build-up, right? I think that's how it works. But like, it's not like exhaustion or starvation or infection, where if you have low immunity, you just start dying, right? I think it literally just affects infection, which is very different to the other stats. I think it's probably the least important one to have to monitor too closely, but you know, it's worthwhile boosting it if I can. It does seem to get absolutely destroyed if you go near one of those gas clouds, though. What's in your pockets, pumpkin? No schmauder. How about you? Was one of the options I could say there was accusing her of smelling of fish, because that was a bit odd. It was a bit of a weird thing to say to a stranger on the street, wasn't it? I've literally sat next to people on the bus who absolutely reek of their own piss, and I've not been like, hey, you smell. You know what I mean? That's just not what you do, but I guess Dankovsky's just built different, isn't he? he's a law unto himself. Hey, Yulia. So what's the news? Any further discoveries? Yulia, you stand accused of a crime. Saburov wants to publicly announce that it was you who visited the cathedral. Does he now? So these are the consequences of yesterday's conversation, a domino effect, no less. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company, then? Did you come to see me as a friend, or in your, shall we say, official capacity? I've always been your friend, Yulia. What makes you think of something like this? I know they have found something that belongs to me in the cathedral. Let us see. A white scarf made of silk, a set of silver earrings with tiny emeralds in them, a gold ring made in the shape of a squirrel biting its tail, a pair of suede mittens, and a twirine flask adorned with a crude engraving of me. Is this all? Whoever it was that was in the cathedral was offering people infected jewellery, which they accepted, hoping to exchange it for food. They do say that, don't they? Though, I feel more amused by something else. The rumours of a semi-transparent witch are obvious nonsense, but then, how did it get into the cathedral? You have inspected everything inside, did you not? The building was hardly prone to an intrusion like this. Not a single person died there in 2 days. Yes, the building was almost watertight. The cathedral is damned, Daniel. Your project required a miracle to bear fruit, yet no miracle would ever happen within this empty shell of a temple. Everything that has transpired was to be expected. The cathedral was breached because there was no possibility it wouldn't happen. The circumstances were ushered in by causes of a higher order. Still, do show me your hand, please. Not falling for it this time. You're not getting me again. What am I gonna do? Like, I keep getting these lenses and I don't know if they're actually worth anything, you know? I guess we'll drop the flower, because it's only one flower. I can trade them with girls for Schmauder, but there's only one of them and they seem quite rare, so I'm unlikely to get too many more. I don't know if I need all 4. Like, now that I've investigated 2 of them, I don't know if I can just get rid of those 2 or if I need to hang on to them, you know? I don't know if I need to bring them to someone. But thankfully Lara's not too far away, so once we've done the 4th one, we'll see what happens. Still need to investigate these remaining 2, obviously, but one step at a time. Don't like that my infection is a permanent reminder in the top right at the moment. Can't actually pick up water bottles at the moment. I'll take the sewing needle. Give me something. Give me something real good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You want to take these hooks? I was literally just going to throw them away anyway. Make room for Lara's blood. Lara, need some blood. Is there anything I can do to be of help? Good day, Lara. The governor believes it's... Good day, Daniel. I'm not offended at all, but you don't have to say anything. Do you need my hand, my arm? I wanted to talk to you first. Where were you last night? I stayed in just like you advised everyone to. I found out about the cathedral situation in my usual way by listening to the shouting in the streets. Then my former milk lady, she's still alive, can you imagine that? Knocked on my window and told me about my necklace. What necklace? I had antique jewellery, it was very dear to me, and not just me. Stammerton offered me 10,000 for it, a fortune back then, especially for an ordinary Camaian tree necklace with dark metal lacework. I don't really think it was worth that much, but the carving was magical. The beads from this necklace were found at the cathedral. Are you crying? The beads were in their mouths. The poor unfortunates were muttering that Mara sprayed her tears over them, said she kissed them. The rest claimed that she offered them water. People called these beads Lara Ravel's tears, and now everyone will think it was my doing. They won't. Thinking is no longer a commodity anyone can afford, and the streets are full of crawling beasts. Check my blood first, it's only fair. At least you won't have any doubts that you're telling the truth then. Thank you, Lara. Oh, look at that. It didn't just fall on the floor. What a miracle. The quest is actually called Witch Hunt. I think I put that in the description of one of the videos that the video that this day is literally a witch hunt, and yeah, that's literally what it is. We're just going around to high-profile women and finding out if they're magical Shabnaka deer or whatever who can pass through walls and give people infections. Like, it's pretty crazy. Right, to the microscope then. So I got a quest update, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, okay, you've got all the blood, you can go speak to whoever now. Olgimsky, probably. I think I'm still getting that wrong, right? Is it Olglimsky or Olgimsky? I'm completely incapable of committing this man's name to memory. That's why I just usually call him Big Vlad. It's just easier that way. I can remember Big Vlad. Big Vlad is probably the best name anyone in this game has, if we're honest. This fucking particular spot right there, my absolute nemesis, really has. I saw there was a third item and I got excited. Like, I processed the quantity of things she was selling before what actually was there. And then, like, I reviewed them from the bottom up almost. So it was like Meridorm, Alpha Tablets, and a no, lockpick. Okay. Fair enough. You tried. You tried. It's better than the ones that literally have nothing to trade, I suppose. Hello. Something about those sort of teenage girls. They like have the biggest perception range out of everyone in this game, I swear. They'll just stop and stare at you from half the map away. We want to go to Eva's now because that is where we have a microscope. I assume I need a lens, right? I need to hold on to a lens at least to use the microscope. I'm assuming. I don't know that for fact, but that feels like it's the case. Because I've been given lenses twice now on days when I've needed to look at things under a microscope, so it sort of adds up. And if I've got one in my inventory all the time, I might as well have a stack of them, right? Like, there's not really any reason to start discarding the others, because it's not like they're going to take up any more space. Okay. Whose blood haven't we looked at yet then? We've looked at Aspartes, we've looked at Anna's. Yulia's. Fine. Lara's. Fine. They all look... Are they identical? Yeah, they're all identical. They all have the literal same blood as each other. They're actually quadruplets. Lesser known fact about those 4 characters. They're all actually physically identical. I didn't get a new quest for looking at them though, so what now? Like, I've studied them under the microscope. What do I do with this information? As I say, either all 4 of them, either all 4 of them are diseased or none of them are, because all their blood is the same. I don't know if we can actually go in the cathedral and have a look around. I mean, presumably it's full of dead or dying people right now. But, I mean, the Inquisitor's arriving tomorrow, I think, which means they're going to be clearing the place out for the Inquisitor to use as a headquarters at that point. So, I don't know if there's still going to be anyone in here. Can I just pop in? Can I go have a look-see? Oh, whoa, okay. It's rough in here, huh? You good? I, for one, do not believe the cathedral girl was Amara. I think her intentions were good. They ran out of food and water by that time. She must have been trying to feed the weakest. Perhaps there was something on her clothes, or perhaps it wasn't her at all. What cathedral girl? Some girl or lady infiltrated the cathedral at night. I've heard people say that she descended from above, but I think she must have slipped through the entrance. Having tricked the guards, I mean. The poor thing must have been so scared. And see how it turned out. And how did it? Haven't you been told, Doctor? Hurry up then, perhaps there's still a chance you might save someone. They've all died during the night, and those who haven't are passing on now. Perhaps you can still do something. I've been told, I'm just figuring out the details. There's been a horrible tragedy, Doctor, or Bachelor, whoever you are. The disease has found its way into the cathedral. I can see that myself. Dirty lies, all of it. Let me tell you, that salty liquid was neither water nor tears. The foul man-eater sprinkled people's lips with blood, and that's what she did. Notkin told me that the age of the blind auric skin, there used to be a rite that worked just like that. What do you mean? Blood. I'm talking about blood. We obviously have to find her now. How is that hard to grasp? More man-eater hunting? Well, it's a very lackluster hunt. Consider the culprit already found. The cathedral guards were bribed by one of the ladies of particular notoriety, so it was she that did the whole thing. That's clear as day. Crept into the cathedral naked, just with a cloak on, and sprayed the beds with rat's blood. That's her plan, that the half-awake people wouldn't be able to realise what was going on in their sleepy confusion. So what happened here? It happened at night. They woke up in the morning and found out that there were only two types of people in the cathedral, the dead and the soon-to-be. Tried to force the doors. Both the lucky and the not so much, but no can do. No unauthorized exit. And here you go, 500 stiffs. Thankfully, at least none of our guys were inside when it happened. Those dumbheads. Watch your tongue, you brat. Oh man, oh man. Thank God my mum and I never went to that nailed coffin. Auntie almost talked us into it, can you believe that? What coffin? Last night Eva fed salt water to the people in the cathedral. Everyone who drank it died. Those who didn't got infected and died too. And those who tried to escape the place and run away weren't allowed to because it's forbidden. Eva? Or Yulia. All in all, it's either Anna or Laura. Some lady that was allowed into the cathedral. How do you know that? Wouldn't you like to know? Ask around if you're smart. Watch your tongue, girl. I'm going to tell everyone to watch their tongue. Tongue watchers, all of you. Each and every single one. Have you already been informed about the situation? I have. He was offering something to drink, that I'm certain of. There was no water, so they accepted hers. Well, whatever she was cupping in her hands, she must have accidentally grabbed putrid water. I bet there was no foul intent. I've checked the river water. It's dirty and undrinkable, but it's not infected. Don't know when I did that, but apparently I have. Today is the day when we finally kill her. Whoever she is, Mara, Lara, or my own sister, it's time to put an end to her feast. What if it really turns out to be your sister? Sometimes ghost spirits, children... Try that again. Sometimes ghost spirit children away from their cradles. They say it happened to a family of my neighbours. A herdsman's daughter have been hiding hooves under her dress for 3 years straight. A shabnacker killed her and put her white skin on. She wanted to get to the pots with fresh milk. If it's my sister, then she must be a turnskin or a changeling. So you're committed to self-sacrifice. That's commendable. Or insane. Why not both? Is there anything upstairs today? Just, like, I don't remember there ever being anything up in the upper part of the cathedral. Aside from an opportunity to fall off and kill yourself. No, it doesn't look like there's anything up here. Or maybe today of all days, there might be an extra person to talk to. It's kind of a shame, because I've been in here chatting to people, and it's not really... I thought maybe there'd be some light to gain on the situation, but all they've really done is reiterate the facts that we've already gotten from other people, so... Fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough, that's not the way out. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me. Got big boy business to attend to. Guess we'll stop by with Victor real quickter, since he's right here. And then back to the old Gimpskis, I guess. Hey, bud. What is he on about? Kaminsky, like what we lack right now, is a vampire of an inquisitor. At least he might manage to restore the town to some semblance of order. I can't work in these conditions. Just wanted to come in here and tell you that your town's shit. Just felt like doing that today, honestly. I keep going on about this male inquisitor though, and something tells me, based on my prior experience, that the person who shows up isn't going to be this Kaminsky fella. Gonna be someone else entirely. Just got a subtle hint about that. Yes, what is it? I wanted to ask you about Reuben. What do you intend to do with him? Say what you will, Doctor, but I'll address the matter as I see fit. Reuben is going to give himself up to me of his own free will. Say your farewells. From now on, you're the only one who's able to save us. Have mercy for him. I'm looking for the carrier, Judge, the one who most likely was, after all, Simon's murderer. Cruel irony. Irony. Why did I say irony? That's not a word. Cruel irony. Why, on the exact day I found out that my brother wasn't murdered and my awful suspicion is proven true, you acknowledge the existence of a killer. No, Doctor, I thank you, but I have no more desire to hunt murderers. But I do. If we give over the murderous carrier to the Inquisitor, he will be appeased. This will grant us respite from further oppression. I doubt that. You don't seem to understand the nature of the Inquisitors too well, my dear Dr. Dankovsky. Trust me, they will find Kaminsky or Orff here, and both are well known for their remarkable ruthlessness. They will happily exterminate the carrier, but one execution won't suffice to appease them. You are mistaken. I know the Inquisitors well enough. I feel like I haven't investigated the blood properly. I feel like I need to do something more with it. Like, I've looked at it under the microscope, but is there like something else we can do from that screen that I've just not registered, that's not clicked with me yet? I'll go back and give it another go. 'Cause I feel like if I had successfully like ticked the box of investigate the blood, then my quest would have progressed, right? I would have a new map marker telling me to go see Olgimsky or whoever. Blood. I mean, I like the way it keeps going in and out of focus like that. Do we just like sit and look at it for a while? Does this help? Doesn't seem to, does it? How about this one? Blood. Witness the blood. Starting to sound like a From Software character. Look at it. It has cells and shit. It has little cookies in it. Little tiny cookies of blood. Alright. There's nothing else I can really do with it. All I can do is look at it. I guess, yeah, we'll go back to Big Vlad then. I guess. Maybe we go to young Vlad first. I think that's going to be the smoother route here. There isn't really a reason to, though, is there? I've already spoken to him and he was just like, yeah, stop people attacking the termitary. Assault is set to begin this evening. I can't remember if I got given a specific time, but it feels like we are rapidly progressing towards this evening as a general concept. I'm going to save real quick because I just haven't done that for a bit. Oh, cool. Love a bit of that. Love it when my screen gets all blurry and horrible. Doesn't hurt my eyes a little bit at all. I do have kind of fucked up eyes. I don't really have bad vision or anything particularly, but I have some issues where I get like headaches from certain visual effects and stuff. It's not great. Motion blur's generally okay, but if there gets to be a bit too much of it, my brain's just like, nah, not dealing with that anymore. I'm not overcompensating for this smudgy thing you're staring at. Sort yourself out. The worst one for me is it chromatic aberration? The thing that the TikTok logo does, where it's like 3 different colours sort of separated from each other. You know what I mean? Anything that does that absolutely fucks with my head. It really does. Obviously it doesn't for most people, because it seems like quite a common effect. You see it quite a lot in games. I've been playing Cassette Beasts quite recently, which is a very cool game, but it has a lot of wacky visual glitchy effects and stuff, and that does that quite a lot, and I just sort of want to have a bit of a lie down every time it does it, you know what I mean? Nope, well, this isn't the solution. What is the solution? I guess we still haven't spoken to Sabarov since inspecting all 4 bloods, so we can go speak to him. Just to tick all 3 of the head honcho boxes, you know? Plus that puts us sort of in the vicinity of the termitary for this this murder we need to do. Presumably we just need to kill the Hunchback, right? The Hunchback's going to be leading the Twisted Fire Starters. So we just have to gun him down in cold blood and then run the fuck away before all of his posse comes for me. That's the plan, at least. I'd really like to get to one of these guys before the guards kill him, so that I can get the killing blow. I don't know why particularly. From what I remember, they don't really drop. Well, that was rude. That was rude as all fuck. But yeah, from what I remember, they don't really drop much. They drop Molotov cocktails, but like I'm just not going to use those. I have no particular need for those, so... Like, as far as I'm concerned, I would kind of rather kill the guard and take what they're dropping for me. Narrowly avoided that poop angel, didn't I? Really thought it was hitting me, but I guess I'm just too good. This rat can fuck right off as well. This is a pretty unfortunate circumstance I find myself in right now. Hunted down by a killer rat. Slaloming gas clouds, while an army of men with explosive firebombs are just trying to end my existence. Oh, another rat, cool. And another gas cloud. Oh wow, it just keeps getting better. My, I love this zone so much. There we go. Okay, this is the wrong door of the house, but I... Well, 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 look who it is. I was only coming in here to reset my aggro, but, I mean... Lots, it turns out, Clara. So, have you met the Changeling already? What the hell, they threw you out and now you're here? Yes, will you kill her? She's after you too, and about to get you. You only managed to avoid it until now because of a single little mistake. She who? Changeling. The Changeling. She's the spitting image of me, only she's a ghost, a demon. She is not human in the slightest. A foul, evil killer, pretending to be me on purpose. I'm looking for her everywhere. It was she who brought the disease on purpose. What in the world are you talking about? Yes, she spreads the disease from house to house. That's how it gets through walls. People open their doors to her willingly. Those gullible children, and they think it's me. I only found out today. People are attracted to her. They want her to lay a hand on their lips, on their heart. They want to touch her. You're talking about yourself. Stop trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Ask anyone. She's everywhere. She follows my every step, pretending to be me. Every time I get home, I even have to prove myself to my dear, lovely Katerina. The thing is an evil demon molded of spit and bones. She'll kill us. She'll kill us all. Give me a hand. Please, please catch this loathsome creature. She's scared of you. She knows you've already almost killed her. Help us. Please don't make me resort to brute force. I'm going to look at your blood now. But you don't have a single needle. How are you going to puncture my arm? You're right. How in the world did this happen? I don't know. I didn't take anything. I'm not a thief. Never have I taken anything that didn't belong to me. But if you find some, do come. Do come back to me. I'll be waiting. I'll show you my blood. Just catch and destroy that creature. Fine. But don't you try to avoid me. I hope this changeling gets caught soon. What a despicable creature. A product of the steppes' insanity made of bones and clay. Do you know that the suspect is one of the young local noblewomen? If it turns out that Mara is indeed one of the suspects, will you be able to just purify her? Well, I wouldn't be in a hurry to end anyone's life, that's for sure. The person that had brought all this upon us deserves nothing but death. It's not my place to judge. The judgment is yours. And if it turns out to be Clara, please just kill her instantly and spare her the torture. I've already grown fond of the girl. You are an epitome of compassion, Lady Katerina. Why do I need a needle suddenly to do this? I mean, presumably it's one of the syringes, right? Is what we're after. Because, I mean, I've got 17 needles in my inventory, so it clearly didn't mean a needle. I'm not sure if I can buy one at the pub, because you can buy a lot of random shit there, so I might try that. For fuck's sake, man. I'm just sort of accepting that I'm going to get fucked today. Thankfully, I've got enough drugs to hopefully mitigate it at the end of the day and put myself back on track, but there doesn't really seem to be much avoiding it at this point. There's just walls of suffering. Everything is bad in this area, and the game is insistent that I spend all my time in it, so I don't really have much say in the matter, unfortunately. I need a syringe, I think. I think that's what I need anyway. What does my quest say? Let's see if we got... Oh, it doesn't even mention Clara. That's really helpful. That's really cool. Where am I going to get a syringe then? I mean, I found them in bins incredibly rarely, but they're definitely not a common item. Oh, fuck off, man. Sure did just run in a big old circle there, didn't I? I'm heading this way now, I think. The whole thing with Sticky, though, like, obviously he's talking about the same changeling that Clara's talking about, the creature that ran off across the field. But I don't really know where I'd find that. If indeed there is even anything there, and it's not just a distraction from my more pressing matters. Hang on, what was he saying then? Say it again. Holy cats. He's not giving up the goods. Apparently he has a lot of voice lines. He was saying something about seeing a pale something, and then I just cut him off. Unfortunately, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Ugh, fucking hell. Oh. Yeah, let's add to the ongoing saga of the tribulations of Joe's fucking garbage health. I have hay fever, I suffer with it. It's not that serious, like that's sort of how it manifests, like the odd sneeze. It's not like to a degree where it's completely incapacitating, but I just cannot take hay fever tablets to get it under control, like at all. I'm just not allowed, because they make me like ridiculously drowsy, like stupidly drowsy. Well, these seem to be the guys oh, the Hunchback's down there, I didn't even see him. We've got 10 bullets, so hopefully they have a better arm on them than I thought they would. I was not expecting him to be able to absolutely punt that Molotov cocktail in my direction. That was a hell of a throw, man. That was a hell of a throw. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Alright. We head back that way then. I know we're so far away right now, right? Yeah. Thought this was the bridge we were at. So, I guess we want to go speak to Clara again. Just for the confirmation that we need a needle, just in case that triggers something somewhere. Triggers the availability of needles somewhere. I'm gonna check these bins just in case there's one in here. But yeah, it's very weird that I needed one for her. I think it might be just like a contrivance. I think it might not be anything I can actually overcome via gameplay. I think it was just like the thing that the doctor needs to take the blood has vanished from him just as he goes to take the blood from Clara, just so you can't prove that it's Clara who did it, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm focusing too much on the possibility that I need to find a dirty syringe in a bin and use it to draw her blood. You know what I mean? I think the syringe is something that it's sort of established that he has in his inventory, and it's gone missing because, as I say, he took blood from the other 4 characters without needing any specific item in his inventory to do so. So why would it be different for Clara? You know what I mean? At least hopefully this time we can maybe fuck up a bit less in our navigation. Because I didn't do great making my way through town there, did I? In fact, we're probably better off crossing further up, aren't we? Yeah, we'll go... I know the top half of this area is infected as well, so it won't be much better, but I think it will be slightly less walking through stank. Slightly less walking through stank. If we cross at the upper bridge. Maybe not, actually. It's probably largely the same either way, if I'm honest, but... Change of scenery, though, innit? There's a Molotov guy around this corner, isn't there? Yeah. Hello. Don't mind me. You focused on someone who isn't me? That could... Okay, that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. I mean, he killed himself. Does that mean I get the loot? No, it doesn't. Awesome. Awesome. Really cool. I really don't know why I did that. I should have just run past him. Maybe in another life, when I inevitably die on my way to the Hunchback again, I'll do it better next time. Maybe. Perhaps. A man can dream. A man can seek self-improvement even where there's no self-improvement to be had. Dodge that though, didn't I? Saw that one coming. Not gonna dodge this though. Oh, I did. I did. Skirted past it. Squeezed my little tushy past that one. Oh, fucking why? Fucking why? It's just the worst. Hello, Clara. What the hell? What in the world? Talking about yourself. Give me a hand. Don't make me resort. You're right. Fine, but don't you try to avoid me. I guess we'll have this conversation as well. Do you know? Won't be in a hurry. Not my place. You're the epitome. Okay. We'll speak to the man of the house as well, just because we haven't recently. I mean, I say recently, we've definitely spoken to him today. And definitely spoken to him a bunch of times before that. But not since getting all the blood, so. This is the end. This is what happens. This is what the Inquisitor is going to see tomorrow. Is Clara with you? No, Bachelor, Clara is not with us. I beg to differ. Too much evidence says that she is not who she pretended to be. It is possible that she is indeed Simon's murderer and spawn of the earth. We decided to banish her from our home and withdraw our protection from her. They told me she was like a daughter to you. Everything has changed. We have no daughter now. She is a murderer, a liar, and a thief. Everyone has renounced her. That silly half-wit Grace is the last person who still associates it with her. Then where can I find her? Her place is at the Bone Stake. I hope that soon enough everyone who seeks her will be able to find her there. I see. And the thing is, Katerina sensed her inhumanity, but still we approached her as if we knew nothing of her secret. I trusted Clara. She seemed to me an emissary of some benevolent power sent to assist her, us, in disposing of this atrocious plague. And now you don't trust her. Supernatural powers do not distinguish between black and white. They do not share human views on good and evil. To the human eye, the border that separates earthly evil from earthly good is thin and broken. The ancient logic is beyond our understanding. The search for the carrier never stopped since day one. All suspects were cleared by you. How do you explain this? I personally entrusted this girl with checking the suspicious. One thing I know firmly, she is absolutely assured that she is doing good. She only tried sincerely. I do not know what creature hides beneath her skin and what it brings to the world, but Clara knows even less. She thinks herself a saviour. The Inquisitor will listen to these arguments, but will not consider them when she sends you to the gallows. If you knew that the cause of misfortune may be hiding inside Clara, then you'll have to bear responsibility. I do not fear the Inquisitor, Bachelor. I'm well accustomed to answering for my actions, and treating Clara with proper awe. Unlike you, I'm counting on the veracity of the local tradition. It is my duty to burn the source of the plague, even if it turns out to be Clara. If you won't help me to determine the carrier precisely, I'll have to burn all the suspects. Don't worry, I will study their blood. It's telling me to go back to Katerina, so I guess I'll do that? It seems very weird to suddenly be hunting for Clara when Clara was here, like, seconds ago. We were just talking to her, like... I feel like I'm going mad. What did I do to deserve so much hate? So many hearts have taken me in already, but now? I beg your pardon, it's me who's going mad. Who is it standing there? The girl? That's not her. How could you think that? Don't you see? This is my foster daughter, Clara. That's the one I'm looking for. But she's not guilty. Don't you know? She's a saint. She's helpful and kind. She heals people. She's already dragged more than 100 men out of their graves. She was at the cathedral. It wasn't her, it was some changeling that walks around under the guise of our sweet girl. But we drove her out, and she crept to the cemetery, the proper place for this creature. She nestles there under the wing of the insane Grace. Our daughter can't stand her as well. I need to take a sample of her blood. No, never. It would be extremely impolite of us to besmirch her with this suspicion. If we, through our distrust, offered the grace that lives... Try that one again. If we, through our distrust, offend the grace that lives within her, she will lose her miraculous abilities. No, never. She will remain here on my responsibility. My spouse and I vouch for her. I declare this girl grounded. I assume the town hall and the governor's house are equally reliable in this respect. Undoubtedly. It was bitter sarcasm. Okay. I guess we're looking for a different Clara then. We're looking for Clara Form B. Alt Clara. Player 2 Clara. Yeah. I guess I'll save here. We've actually gone really long today. Whoops, I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah, we'll stop here and pick up from here next time. Bye.